Take two, Ethan. We are all caught up.
We are. Took a whole night of my life.
Took a whole night. Let's move this right here so you can see. So we're running we got a co-host up here, the co-captain. Marcus is with us. He got very upset in take one. That we
Got really upset. And you know what? Fair. You were a little mean.
I guess. I did what? I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. So I'll let him sit up here with me. So pretty much, let's recap for a second. We're all caught up. Ethan got us all caught up on the podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Buzzsprout, YouTube. Chat with Gunner's caught up.
Oh, yeah.
Chat with Gunner's caught up. Ethan's going to point out that I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, God. I've lost the magic from the first cut, but what the heck, man?
Well, listen, here's my thing. As long as you endorse, here's what we're seeing. You can't endorse a president unless you endorse Joe Biden.
Yep.
Or you're racist. Or you're homophobic. Or you're all those other crazy words that comes along with whatever.
Yeah.
So I've had this hat since he won in 2016.
You have?
Uh-huh.
You've never worn it.
Never worn it because I know it's one of those things where
This is definitely a screenshot.
this right here.
Just all of what's happening right now. I love it.
It's perfect. Make America Great Again, Bang Energy Drink. Sponsored by Paw Patrol, Marcus, Power Rangers, Bang, and Make America Great Again.
So everybody wants to see.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see your toys?
No, Dad.
Yeah. All right. Be good, okay? All right. So,
That's all you can say.
yeah, man. Listen, my whole thing at Tia's got to work tonight. That's what happens, bro. I
Yeah.
told you, one of these days, you'll be on my level.
No,
Yep.
I hope not.
One of these days, bro. Yep. Okay. Watch over there. All right. See, he's watching. watching. Listen, Netflix is a godsend. Also, here's another one, Ethan. You got to be good. Okay. Why? Why you got to be good today?
Because you don't like me.
Because the elf and Santa Claus is watching, right? And we're coming up on Christmas.
Yeah.
And if you want presents, all little kids know that they got to be really good because Santa Claus is making his list and he's checking it twice. And you don't want to find out if you're naughty because you just want to be nice. They're right.
No, I only just want to be nice.
All right. So, election coming up. We got the election on Tuesday.
3 days away.
You voted.
I early voted just because I wanted to get it out of the way. I don't want to have to worry about it Tuesday.
I'm a traditionalist. I'm going to do it Tuesday just because my work schedule allows it a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
I was wanting to get one of the official Donald Trump hats. This is like an Amazon version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, yeah. But, like, I guess the official one has, see, this has, like, the American flag. It has, like, the legit
Yeah.
one. And then on the other side it says 45.
Yeah.
That's, like, the legit one. The actual legit one has, like, the red little string that goes across too, more like an old school
Ooh.
hat. That one's legit.
Yeah.
But people, I'll say this: I've wore this a few times out in public, and people definitely look at you weird.
Yeah. Even people that probably like agree with it, like that voted for him, are just like, really?
Yeah, and I don't understand. And I don't understand that because, like, he's the president of our country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get how you're not allowed to support your president. So anyways, I posted
either.
something the other day on Facebook, yesterday actually, and I ended up taking it down early because grown men were acting like idiots. When I say grown men, like sports figures, like personalities in Chattanooga that are well known for many of years, acting like idiots on this post.
Wow.
Yeah. One has been in studio, Daryl
Oh.
Patterson.
Really?
Yep. And then
Just gonna put him on blast like that?
yeah, and then Randy Smith, which is actually my guidance counselor's husband from high school. Miss Smith, love her, love Randy, love Daryl. None of these guys were arguing with me. They were arguing with another guy on my post.
Oh, okay. I see.
but
I
it was
see.
just like, come on, guys. I mean, why are you guys falling for the trollness of this whole aspect?
Why are you even? Don't take the bait.
So what it was the CDC stats of total United States deaths from 2017, 18, and 19.
Mm-hmm.
And it had it all in the 2.8 million. That's kind of where it's at. And projected at the end of this year, you're going to be looking at like 2.8 to 2.9. So there's really no difference in like. So I guess here's my thing: where are the other 300,000 deaths that they're saying that we're going to have? Because if that's the case, the population has went up, I believe, like 3 to 5 million. So deaths should go up anyways, just due to the death rate. And you're looking at an extra 300,000 people by the end of December that are going to be dead, supposedly due to coronavirus. So that would be a minimum of 3.3 to 3.4, 3.5 million people dead. You would think. But according to the numbers, that's not true. And those are the CDC numbers. And you can go do a running tab right now. I believe right now going into November, there's like 2.3 million dead. Now, the only thing that kind of confuses me is that some people are saying that the number doesn't count. It's not January to January. It's February to February. So if that's the case, it could be a little bit over 3, potentially. But, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. Regardless, there's a bunch of people on this planet, a bunch of people in this United States of America, and about the same amount of people are dying. So I don't know what the big difference is.
I mean, I just don't know at this point. I don't know what to expect. I don't think any of our models have been correct lately.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not early on. We had no idea what we were doing. But, I mean, all you can do is hope.
Dude, the crazy part is, and, you know, I hate looking at these COVID numbers. I just got on a tangent the other day. You know, politics have really, we've talked about it a lot this year. But it's all been, I've talked about it on Thursdays, and it's been, like, fun that we talked about. Today's Friday, by the way. We're a little late because Mom's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Mom. Anyways, we talk about politics on Thursdays because it's something to talk about on the show, and it's fun to kind of just have a little commentary about it, you know, have different opinions. But during the day, I don't even think about it for the most part, unless there's a debate or something hits the news that's really crazy or, you know, all this stuff. But this past week, man, it's been bothering me a little bit. The election is getting, I mean, we're 10 days out as of Monday, and now here we are going into the weekend. It's Friday, the election's Tuesday. And this is the most important election since we've been alive.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
And so I try to dig into the tax plan a little bit. It looks like it's not going to hurt anyone unless you're making like over $400,000. So there's that. And that's going to jump from 37% on your income taxes to 39.5. Now, look at that. If you look at $400,000, that's an extra $15,000 to $20,000 those people are paying if you just barely hit that threshold in taxes.
Whose taxes is this?
So that's like your top income bracket earners.
No. Whose tax plan is this?
Biden's.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's Biden's.
Because he's bad.
Yep. And he's also raising the corporate tax, I believe. Don't quote me, people. I know it's close. I believe it's going from 21% to 29%. So you got an 8% increase on corporate tax for businesses. So now small businesses, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody can get behind Biden that owns a business.
Yeah.
Like, you're only going to be paying more in taxes. And hey, some people aren't upset about paying more in taxes. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because taxes go towards things that everyone uses, everyone needs, roads, police, fire departments, all that stuff. And that's good.
Yep.
But do you want to pay more in taxes?
Well, I mean, do you want to pay more in taxes and then defund the police? Where's that? I mean,
yeah, where's it going to go?
Yeah,
where are you putting that money?
So you want to take the money away from the military that we had, defund the police, put that money elsewhere, raise taxes? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's the end goal here? You want to increase the taxes on China bringing stuff over? Or anybody importing anything? So now it's
they want to lower the taxes.
They want to lower those taxes?
Yeah, they don't want. Well, it's not taxes; it's tariffs.
Yeah.
But they don't want to lower that shit. And it's just like, why? Why? So, where is all this money going? Because realistically, even if we do all this stuff, right? Even if we do higher taxes, even if we do corporate taxes on literally everything, even if we defund the police, we not defund the military, obviously, but lower the spending, military spending, which is something I think everyone kind of agrees on at this point. We spend way too much.
Well, here's my thought process on that. I mean, we have the strongest military by far. We have the strongest military in the fact that we have the most people and the strongest military and the most like gun-bearing citizens. So, like, if you just look at the United States of America as a whole, as a population, I don't think anybody really wants to come over here and decide to go to war with us. Like, they're just outmatched.
Entirely.
Yeah. So,
but if you're taking all of that money, what are you doing with that money? Where is it going?
I don't know. But also, with the Second Amendment, I don't mind taking money away from the military. I mean, right? I think those people should get paid more, but maybe take the money away for, like, all the fancy stuff, right?
We do not need to be paying $1,000 for a paperclip.
Okay.
That's how government contractors have been working for years.
Listen, bro, I've got firsthand experience. FEMA
Yeah.
and hurricanes. The amount of money that FEMA pays to move freight during a hurricane is absolutely outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times the normal rate you would pay on a lane.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Truck drivers love it,
Of
but
course.
it also ruins like logistics because
Yeah.
they just want to like sit around and wait for a hurricane. They can if there's a big hurricane season, a 3-month hurricane season like we had 3 years ago, they can make all their money in 3 months.
Yeah.
We made
it's
more money at Lipsy in
ridiculous.
3 months than we made the entire year.
That's ridiculous. And listen, I get it. Because if the government's paying for something, I'm sure that there's people out there that have seen like, oh, the government needs paper. They need 1 million reams of paper every single month. Makes sense. Government uses a lot of paper. So how much are you going to buy that paper for? Well, man, the government needs it and they're asking us for it? I mean, we sell our reams of paper for $40 a pop. It's a couple 100,000 pages.
Yeah.
Let's go $1,000.
Yeah.
Because they're already buying.
Yeah.
Because they're already it.
Dude, I don't understand. I mean, you're looking at the same thing with like insulin. And
Exactly.
You can jump over
You
into the
can't-
medical industry.
You can't do anything. You can't change anything. You can't. My stepdad, he has type 2, and he has to have insulin. Luckily enough, he makes enough money to, 1, buy it outright sometimes.
Right.
But 2, my mom also makes enough and works at a decent company that gives her health insurance for all 3 of them.
Right.
My little sister and my 2 parents. So he doesn't necessarily have to pay outright for them because he has health insurance. They're definitely now because they don't have me and his 2 kids
Right.
to worry about. They're a decently middle class, lower middle class at the least
Yeah.
family now, and they're fine.
Right.
They don't have not any worries at the moment. But even then, it's ridiculous how much he's paying for insulin.
Yeah.
The thing that's literally keeping him alive.
Yeah.
And if he passed, let's be honest here, my mom wouldn't be able to pay for the house. She wouldn't be able to pay for a car. She makes decent money, but she also was already a single mother at one point. and
Right.
I'm sure she wouldn't be able to continue the lifestyle she has now because we certainly didn't have it.
Right.
So
Yeah. Makes sense.
I just don't get it.
I don't know, man. Well, from what I read, though, it looks like everyone else's taxes would pretty much stay the same. But here's the issue: if you raise corporate taxes by 8 or 9 points, that's a lot in the grand scheme of things. And if you raise that 8 or 9 points, let's just say a company makes $1 million, so that's $80,000 to $90,000 that company doesn't generate. According to a lot of companies, that's $2 to $3 full-time
Employees.
positions paid,
Yeah.
right? So here's what's going to happen. You're going to have small businesses not employ as many people. So unemployment's going to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then in general, the big companies that do employ a large amount of people are going to cut salaries. And you know, a lot of people just can't go out and get another job. They might be 40, 50, 60 years old, and they just feel replaceable. I mean, I don't know, man. It's I just don't think economically that it makes any sense to go to this new democratic way of looking, this new liberal way of looking at things.
And it really is new. Like, I don't think Biden has really put a lot of pen to paper lately. He's definitely taken a lot from Bernie and even Harris, AOC, like all of these newer, or at least Bernie and AOC, the newer Democrats, the progressive Democrats, are really pushing Biden further and further, or not even pushing, they're pulling him towards them. Because one, Biden barely had a platform. He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
He was running on, hey, remember Obama? At least he was better than Trump, which he wasn't. But that's what he was running on. And he was getting crushed. The only reason Biden got the nomination, one, because I'm pretty sure the DNC just rigged it again.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. But two, because they more than likely planned to have Harris. Oh, you okay?
He's all right.
I'm
Get
tired.
Get up there and sit down, dude.
But I'm pretty sure they planned for like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie to both like at the same time be running on the same exact platform. Elizabeth Warren's like healthcare plan, Medicare for all or whatever, was basically plagiarism without being plagiarism
Elizabeth Warren.
of Bernie's plan.
Oh, gotcha.
His either it's an economic plan or his healthcare plan, and because they were so similar, people were just like, I mean, I don't know who I want. Let's go with Warren
Yeah.
or Sanders on the opposite side of the coin, and Sanders lost a bunch of his steam because at that point people didn't care. They were getting what they wanted.
Right.
They didn't care about the face. They didn't care about the person. They didn't care about literally any other issue. There are so many single issue voters right now. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
But hey, that's also why we have more than likely are going to have the biggest voter turnout this year.
Have you watched Rogan? First of all, have you watched Rogan in the past week?
God.
Can we just
Dude.
segue?
Yeah, we need to segue to Rogan because it's been a week.
The past week, my man has had Matthew McConaughey on, Kanye West on, and Alex Jones back on the show. He's literally melted the internet with Alex Jones being on the show. Melted. The snowflakes could not handle it. They literally had a meltdown when Alex Jones came on the show. And guess what? Alex Jones is going to be back on the show on election night.
Dude, I'm so excited.
And my what do you do on election night?
I have no idea. You want to do something? I don't have plans. I'll probably be off at like 8, which is even on election night. It's a little early, but
I mean, Tia's got to work. We need to figure something out. Maybe because I'm gonna watch. Oh, the Rogan show.
At least. I'm probably gonna, if I don't do anything, I'll probably just go home, have my phone on Crowder, on my have my TV on Rogan. That's all I'll do.
It's gonna be fantastic.
But that's the thing too. Like, I don't think we're gonna get like 2016 election night. 2016 election night was gold because I was watching Crowder at that point, but I was watching Crowder, but then I was also tuning into like the Young Turks, and Jesus, it was a meltdown. I loved it.
Well, I'm gonna have Fox News up, I'm gonna have CNN up, and I'm gonna have Rogan up. So I'm gonna have my laptop, my phone, and my computer.
Yeah.
up. And
I think that's what we might do. We might have like the conference room be CNN, in here, or maybe in here, we can have like Rogan up, and then in the new game room we can have.
If
Fox
y'all
up.
do that here, I'll stop by.
That'd be pretty interesting.
For
I'll have
sure.
to see. I gotta see when Chris is getting back. I don't know when he's getting back.
Yeah, he's up. I've been looking at his
He's up,
Instagram.
yeah.
He's in Chicago.
Again, yeah. Jesus, I can't imagine. I know that Chris really needed a vacation, quote unquote vacation. He's still working.
Mm-hmm.
But he went to Austin for a premiere for the movie that he was in last summer,
Yeah.
and then he went back to Chicago for I guess a weekend. But dude, this close to the election, I don't know about that, man.
So, and we'll jump back to Rogan here in a second because there was
Yeah.
all kinds of things touching that. But you got Walmart. Did you see the news today?
They're
Taking all ammo and guns off the
Yep.
shelf. I mean, you can still buy them, but they're taking them off the shelves in case of a riot. Dude, like they're expecting a civil war on Wednesday. That's what that's what your big box store just told you. Hey, we're expecting this place to burn down on Wednesday.
I mean, I get it. You got to plan for it, and with this year,
Why not?
anything can happen.
And it's not like they took them off the shelves and said you can't buy them.
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
gotta order them.
You have to go through somebody. It's just like if you were gonna buy like a big box TV.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody go get it.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm not bothered by that. I don't think anybody else really is. If anybody's really complaining about that, they're dumb.
I just think it's the way they announced it. I guess maybe.
Yeah, you got to be very clear. Like, we're not taking these off the shelves, but we're taking these into the back.
Maybe that's how you should have to buy a gun, anyways.
Yeah. Listen, after I worked at Walmart, passing by sporting goods every once in a while, and looking up and saying, "There's just a gun there,
Yeah.
a working firearm," and I looked down at the counter. I never worked in sporting goods.
Right.
It was just like, that's the ammo for it. There's the gun.
Yeah.
If one disgruntled employee really cared,
Yeah.
he'd
Or
be
didn't
over.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
anyways.
it blows my mind. That's where me and gun control kind of line up a little bit, because it's like I am one of those people that at some point in my life, when I have the money to do it, I am going to be the gun-toting America F yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think we necessarily need to just have our weapons out in the open
I'm with you.
for literally everybody to just look at.
I'm with you.
Listen, concealed carry, all good. Open carry, kind of a dumbass.
Here's my problem with guns. I don't really have one. But my
Dude, you got two attached, bro.
well, here's the problem. So, when we were younger, when I was younger, my dad was a big hunter.
Yeah.
And I remember right outside my door was our gun case, and it wasn't a gun safe, it was a gun case. So it was like a wooden case that was glass that he'd keep it locked, but the pistols were in the bottom drawer and all the main guns were in the glass, and he probably had between 20 and 30 guns between pistols and like hunting rifles and shotguns. Well, we got robbed when this was at the first house I lived at, so I was in elementary school when we got robbed, and they stole all of his guns and didn't get any of them back. And that was when he stopped hunting. That's when he kind of got out of the gun game, and because I was getting older too, and I was jumping into sports, and we just ran full gear into that. Well, since I've been out the past probably year, Dad's been doubling down on these guns ever since everything's been going on, like in 2020. Like, he's had his Glock for forever. That was kind of his carry. But, now he's got a couple ARs, got a tactical shotgun. We've mentioned it several times on the show. He's getting that gun collection built back up. So I've been looking at guns here recently. And here's my problem with anything that I was to get involved in. I go all in, so I'm afraid to buy my first gun. I've got a gun, but he bought me. But I don't want to buy my first one because I went from looking at, like, really cool pistols, $200 to $500. And then I started looking at really cool, ARs. Now you're looking at, like, $500 to $1,200. Then I started looking at really cool shotguns, which are going to run you between, like, $12,000 to $2,000. And then I was like, oh, there's collectible edition guns, like 1911s and Colt 45s and all these things. And those run you a couple grand. Oh, and you can buy sniper rifles?
You absolutely can.
50 caliber bolt action sniper rifles modernized like the military has.
Listen.
Only $7,000.
Gunner. This is also something I believe in. As that part of me that's like gun-toting America F yeah. That part of me is also the crazy guy that says, if the military has it, I want it on my shelf.
Like, I've almost convinced myself, first gun I'm gonna buy is probably gonna be like $6,000, and I'm gonna buy a 50 caliber sniper rifle. And you know
Why
what?
not?
And guess what? I'm gonna go hunting and I'm gonna blow a deer in half with one, just because I can.
The deer, the trees behind it, the rock behind it.
I'm gonna go. What are you going to? What are you going to hunt? You going to hunt an elk? No. You going to hunt a deer? No. What are you going to hunt? I'm going to hunt grizzlies. My first hunt. I'm just gonna sit up in a tree and shoot its head off. So literally, dude. No. Okay. Yeah. There's that. But go back. Just go to type in buy guns from Cabela's. Like something simple. Something we could do here in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
All right. Go to guns. Go to rifles and go to highest price. That's exactly what I did. I was like, yeah, go to shooting, go to guns. Just click guns. All right. Go to relevance.
Okay.
Go to highest price. Click that.
Oh my God.
Click that.
Holy
This is some shit Chris Kyle was shooting people with in the movie, bro.
good Lord.
Look at that.
That looks, well, dangerous.
No, that looks like I need that right now. With this hat and that gun, I can become president.
Look at me. Look at me.
And look at the
I am
price.
Captain
Dude, it's a $10,000 gun. Now, listen. Most people don't have $7,000. I'm not trying to spend $7,000 on a gun.
I'm not trying to, but I might.
But you talk about investment, something that's never going to lose its price. Guns don't lose their price.
No, that's something I've been thinking about too.
What you buy a Glock 17 for, 20 years ago, you sell a Glock 17 for now as long as it's working.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, dude, look at these.
What the hell? I mean, I get it, but
And so, like,
what's the cheapest gun you can get?
wow. They've got
A Rough Rider.
So you don't want that. That's a 22. So they actually have a pretty. Go to. Is there like a relevance?
Well, yeah, relevant.
Stop, dude. Hang on. Okay. Like that 449 is a really good deal.
Yeah.
Go up a little bit though. They had one. Oh, it was there's a bodyguard. That's a pretty good deal.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a gun like my dream gun that I want to get, and I forget what it's called, but it's a lever action, or
Like a 30-30?
it's a bolt action, but it's the kind that they used.
Bolt or lever? So is it, or is it?
Oh, I want a lever action.
Okay.
Just because, again, lever action.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
all you have to say.
Right.
But bolt action, there's the I think it was in World War I or II. It's the one where you
Like
pull
the
it back.
M1?
And it's the M1. It's the ping. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
If I can get a modern M1, I'll be happy.
that's like the original bolt action long rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that ping, like I remember watching like compilations on YouTube of just people using their M1s, and they're just ping.
Yeah. It's incredible. Like the fact that and it started making sense to me. Like I can go buy a sniper rifle. Like people are worried about people with ARs. Okay, so you got an AR, you can go somewhere, you can unload a 30-round clip on some people, and you're shooting people with a pretty strong round. But like, unless you hit them in the heart or in
Like
an artery,
there's a good chance of their survival if you're bad.
yeah.
Let's be honest here. But
If you have a 50 caliber sniper rifle and you're a mile away from 1,000 yards away from somebody, they don't even know you're in the area. You can blow their head off like it's an orange.
so what's interesting, because I do remember looking this up, because my uncle was in sniper school, and he never told me anything because being part of the military he couldn't, but I remember him like looking up like what's it take to be a sniper, because male role model, kind of wanted to grow up to be a sniper.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things of like, I did the deep dive, and the math involved for being a sniper, even just like 500 yards away,
Yep.
it's a long ass way.
To be.
And
Go ahead.
I mean, you have to take in bullet velocity, wind velocity,
Yep.
drop, like the literal weight of the bullet compared to gravity. It's crazy. Even though it's going so fast,
Yeah.
gravity's going to make it veer down an inch or 3.
Right.
And that's if you're going for a head, that would just obviously with a 50 caliber rifle.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
But
If you hit
you're
somebody
trying,
barely in the shoulder blade, you're liable to blow them a piece.
yeah, they're not gonna feel it. That's how bad it's
So
gonna be.
I believe, listen, you gun-toting military Second Amendment Americans out there, you can always correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just not getting into this.
We don't know.
I
We
don't
are
know.
both idiots.
I've watched a bunch of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the military, with a sniper is a spotter,
Yes.
and the spotters
that's
that's
the
their
person that
job.
literally just does all.
They're
that
the
shit.
geek. They're the nerd
Yep.
that has that. But
Yes.
then you have the snipers that are like the elite ones
That don't.
do it
Yeah,
themselves.
Jesus. Those are the guys that like really bother me because it's just like the spotter is how like the military was able to nerf itself.
Yep.
But bro, you don't need a spotter. It's a little OP, bro.
I mean, think
It's a
of it
little
this way.
overpowered.
I can't even get a Nerf gun to go exactly where I want it in the living room. More or less a sniper rifle a mile away.
Jeez.
But I will learn. I will try.
I will say this. I don't know about you, but there have been times, just like that sick, really dark part of your brain. Have you ever looked at a building and been like, "I was up there. I could pick me off right here."
Okay, check this out. Have you ever been by buildings, very tall buildings, not looked at them and thought nothing, right?
Yeah.
Just start looking at the tops of roofs when you start walking down the street and realize how many people could kill you at any second.
Oh, yeah.
Or how many people are looking at what you're doing and you don't know.
Exactly. It's really bothersome.
Nobody looks up. Nobody walks around looking up at what they're like. We're so into our phones and who we're talking to and what we're doing and jaywalking that nobody's looking around at what's
No.
going on above them.
Like the idea that you could just be we could be in. I'm sure you saw Chris's post today. We could be in that building where Chris was sitting and be shot from literally anywhere.
Yeah,
If somebody was that committed,
yeah,
you would
anywhere.
die.
Yeah, anywhere. Okay, let's get off guns for a second. So Rogan's podcast, Alex Jones. Did you
Yes.
listen to it?
I listened to about half of it.
Like the
Same thing with Kanye.
Okay.
It's like I'll get through half of it and then I'll be doing something and I'll see another video or look up another video and be like, oh shit, I want to
So
watch this.
I was able to knock out the Kanye podcast in 2 workouts
Cool.
because that's pretty much
Fair
what
enough,
and I was able with the Alex Jones. I couldn't even wait till the next morning. Like I literally stayed up and listened to all 3 hours of it just because I was like, this is. I love
The
Tim.
fact that it's 3 hours.
I
too.
love Tim Dillon too.
Yeah, Tim DeLonge is pretty
Yeah.
good.
So, anyways, first of all, I've never been a Kanye fan.
That's
Never
fair.
been a Kanye supporter. I like some of his music.
Yeah.
Bob my head. It's good. Whatever. Some of the music I didn't even know he did.
Yeah.
I have been guilty of saying Kanye is an idiot. I listened to his speech in South Carolina, and I was like, this guy's an idiot. I listened to him say, I'm going to run for president. This guy's an idiot. This guy goes up and talks about Taylor Swift during her awards. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't understand.
He's kind of an asshole.
He's just a dickhead, right? Kanye West is a lot of things. But my friend, an idiot is not one of them.
Hold on. I still think that Kanye is eccentric. He's a little crazy. Self-admitted most of the time, which
Yeah.
I can respect. And a little idiotic. The things he does is idiotic. Now, whether or not Kanye himself is idiotic, no, he married into one of the richest families ever and is one of the richest people ever. I mean, you could say that about literally every celebrity, but
No. He's up there.
he's up there. And
He's in the top 100.
and he still said he admits that he was in debt for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay,
Past
so
years.
he had a CFO. He had people running his brand,
Yeah.
and he was $50 million in debt. He fired everyone associated to him in his brand, dropped all of his debt down to one credit card, and took over his finances. Since that time, he is now worth $5 billion and launched deals with Adidas and Gap.
Yeah. The fact that Kanye has the Gap deal is hilarious to me because it just makes sense.
You know why he did it? Because that was the first. He used to go there when he was shopping as a kid, and he stole a pair of pants there. He stole a pair of khakis there.
Fair.
And he was like, I always wore clothes like the Gap. Like I'm not the guy. I'm not the celebrity who's gonna be wearing like all the fancy stuff. Like I do wear fancy stuff, but like I wear bland fancy stuff.
Yeah. Gap is definitely like, it's not high price, but it's also not cheap.
Yeah.
Like it looks good, it looks basic, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
I literally, technically, I went thrift shopping. It was somebody getting rid of old clothes.
Yeah.
She's had a bit of money.
Yeah.
And you know what? Respect to her. But she had 30 years of clothes, and she was just like, I literally just need to get rid of this stuff. You guys can have it.
Right.
But she has a bunch of Gap, like, clothes and stuff. I was just like, man, I've always thought of Gap as being kind of low on the bar, but there's a lot of nice clothes.
It depends your body type, man. So for me, Gap doesn't work great, but Gap's not like going after my body type.
No.
So some of the shirts and stuff, fine.
Yeah.
But like any type of jeans or shorts just don't work with me.
I don't think I would buy Gap jeans or shorts, but I definitely like the jackets that I got from her. Other than like some stuff that I could probably just get tailored for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
They're perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, so Kanye impressed me.
Oh yeah.
First of all, he's a big conspiracy theorist.
Well, yeah, he's a little crazy, and you got to respect him for it a little bit.
But he explains himself well.
Yeah.
He tells you, "Hey, I'm about to explain myself in a way that's going to confuse you, but I'm going to wrap it all up. Just pay attention."
Joe, I think, pretty much summed it up a few times from what I listened to, and it makes sense because it's the same thing with Alex Jones. He's got everything in his brain right now. He is literally an SSD versus a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Like he's going 1,000,000 miles an hour. He's got 30 different things that he wants to do right now, 50 different things that he's currently doing.
Yeah.
And the man, like, I'm surprised he hasn't had more breakdowns.
Yeah.
And you know what? Something I actually do really respect him about was how much he talked about, like, his come to Jesus moment, literally.
Yeah.
And just how much that has impacted him. Like, I can really, like, it doesn't matter if you care about Christianity or not. There's something humbling when you hear a guy, anybody talk about, yeah, I've given my life up and just let God take over. Like, there's something humbling to that.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's freeing for them.
And it's not like he's not a evangelic preacher.
Yeah, he's not being an evangelist.
So he's not out there trying to make money off of it. Everything he does for that, he's giving back.
Yeah,
through
he's making his own church. And from what I've heard about that church and from what he was talking about, like, that's just a good idea. He's making his own monastery that's self-sustainable.
He's making his own school that is not going to teach you anything about school. It's going to teach you about life.
Yeah.
Did you get to that part?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
So they're creating a school that's going to, like, not teach you just, like, all the crazy math and like he's going to teach you about Tesla. He's going to teach you about the pyramids. He's going to teach you the stuff that they're taking out of courses, out of the curriculum, and he's also going to teach you how to be self-sustainable in life. Like, you're going to learn how to cook, you're going to learn how to plant, you're going to learn how to garden, you're going to learn how, like, learn life.
See, I feel like that would be like a really good, like, not a charter school, but a charter school of, like, hey, this is an ulterior way of learning. Now, do I think that high school, like, the basic stuff before Common Core came around, the stuff that you and I probably learned, do I think that's important? Yeah, I've actually used a lot of it, but I'm also very specific in where I've ended up. But I feel like that's a good idea as an addition to school.
So, what's your top 3 takeaways from going to school?
High school?
That you use every day?
Social skills. Even though
so that's
I
not
barely
taught.
had any.
So that's not taught. So that's
It is. It's self-taught, to be fair. but I also wouldn't have been able to do that at the rate that I did.
But like, you're not getting a
Out of high
grade on
No.
social schools.
Okay. Music theory. I learned a lot about music theory in like literally 2 years.
Okay, so you're in band, so that's
Yeah.
okay.
I wasn't even like playing an instrument. I literally learned it through osmosis
Okay,
because I was just around
gotcha.
band kids. But I would say like the major thing that I learned out of high school that I really have needed is like calculus, but not like hard calculus. It's just the amount of math that I end up doing, like just editing a video. I need it, and even doing dimensions and stuff like that. It's kind of important for me. But
Why do you do it for a video?
I mean, dimensions for the actual video itself.
Okay, gotcha.
And then when graphic designing,
Gotcha.
I'm very particular and like literally to the point details.
Okay,
So all of that ends up coming into it.
okay,
Like high school level
right.
not geography. Is it geography?
Geography, yeah. Geography would be for geography's like
Maps.
maps.
See, this
Geometry.
is geometry. This is exactly
That's
why we're
shapes.
dumbasses.
Yeah. So, and here's where I'm going with this. I don't know what I learned in school that I really needed, other than this: showing up every day at the same time, structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even I'm bad at that.
Going the extra mile. And what I mean by that, after school activities, sports, having to be there, having to do it, having to suffer through it. That helped me. Basic math, literally could have stopped at percentages. Like basic math, addition, subtraction, multiplication, critical thinking is being able to like figure out patterns of numbers and making a quick decision. Yeah. And then percentages. We could have stopped right there. Right? If I would have just zoned in on that, we could have stopped right there. What else? The ability to be able to socially interact with my peers and my elders. So like the respect factor and how to gain the respect of the people that are my peers, but also try to be humble at the same time. Yeah. How to deal with a level of popularity that isn't even on the same level of what kids have to deal with now.
Jesus.
Like
no.
we didn't have, I don't know if you did or not, you might have been touching it. We didn't have Facebook.
We had Facebook.
We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have Snapchat. We didn't.
See, what's weird is like a lot of my friends didn't have Twitter. Like my class at least didn't have Twitters.
Yeah.
Like we had them, but I don't think I've ever really seen any of them post on it.
Yeah.
Like I posted really hard like way early when it was a decent social media website.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, after 2016 nobody really tweeted.
Yeah. I get what I'm getting at. Like, I think there should be, like, Chattanooga is a huge logistics city.
Yeah.
And I'm in it, so I mean, I know this now. There needs to be just a place you go and learn to do logistics. Like, why do you have to learn everything about everything or something about everything to go apply none of it and have to relearn everything about one thing just to live the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Like, there should be, like, I don't know how to plant. I don't know how to garden. I don't know how to, like.
You got books for that.
I don't know how to, like, I didn't know how to, like, balance a checkbook.
Yeah, that is one thing that I'm kind of frustrated that I never learned. I
did-
learned once how to write a check.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I Google it every time I have to write one. I will say school taught me this, how to research. School taught me how to research just about anything I want to know. And I'm pretty good at that. Like, a lot of people, like, will say, like, what was that one thing, and can't figure it out and just don't want to research for themselves. I will research any topic and do at least a 30-minute rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I have a pretty general understanding of, I can speak to it.
Yeah. You can at least talk about it.
If you give me any topic and you give me an hour, I can have a conversation with you
Oh, yeah.
after an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And have an opinion.
Oh, yeah.
A pretty strong one.
Yeah.
I've already had my mind made up.
Maybe that's what we start doing in the new year. We start giving each other homework. Take a week.
Yeah.
Learn everything you can about the Russian ballet.
Just come
And
in.
we just come back and talk about the Russian ballet for a week.
Well, dude, anything you can think of, there's a YouTube video giving you a top 10 on it.
Exactly.
And those people already done the research. Why not just get the highlights?
I just feel like it would be funny to like see where both of our rabbit holes go with the Russian ballet. It's like I can imagine mine's just like, oh yeah, here's Smirnoff Maramanov.
Yeah.
He's the greatest ballet dancer ever.
Yep.
And then yours will be like, yeah, the Russian ballet murdered 3 people
Well,
one year.
I'd pull up Vasyl Lomachenko. So he was the boxing champ, just got beat a couple weeks ago. But his dad put him into dance for like 4 or 5 years before he even let him play sports.
Yeah.
And his footwork is impeccable.
I think we have talked about that like here recently.
Talking about geometry, my friend. This dude's angles in boxing is ridiculous. But what happened, he fought this guy named Lopez, and he cut off all of his angles with a left hook. So, like, every time he was trying to out-angle him, he would just throw a left hook. Wouldn't hit him with it, just throw the left hook, and it would stop him. He'd stop him, pop, 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 work to the body. He'd score 2 or 3 points. So, literally, he figured out his game plan by just throwing a left hook and cutting off his angle.
That's amazing.
Didn't hit one of them. Just literally threw it to make him pause. Dot, dot, dot. Scored some points.
Like he wouldn't make contact with like his arm or anything.
No. So like say Lomachenko is about to. He's waiting for you to throw something.
Yeah.
And when you throw something, he's going to counter you with his footwork in an angle. He's going to get to your side, and his what might be a straight, which is usually coming at your chin, now might be coming to your ear.
Jeez.
Like that's how they call him the Matrix. That's how quick his angles are, right? So this guy's watched so much film on him, he would throw something for him to angle, but say he might throw it with his right. So he throws it with his right. Now here he goes trying to hit an angle on him. Just throws the left hook. Now Lomachenko stops just for a split second. Bop, bop, bop. Do it so quick to get a couple punches in and get back out. So he was literally setting him up to get him to move, to throw something to get him to stop, to hit him with 2 punches and to bounce out, and barely beat him in his decision.
Dang.
It was incredible. It was like so there's boxing that's like dangerous, like the heavyweights.
Yep.
Then there's boxing that's the small guys, and it's like a chess match. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
was literally a chess match on TV. It was incredible, dude. It was a chess match with boxing gloves. Whew, this got me fired up talking about that.
Of course.
Khabib went 29-0.
Yep, I saw that.
I was very pissed off.
Who's his 30? Who's his 30?
Well, Dana White had a conversation with him. It was either today or yesterday, and he said that Khabib was in the moment. He had very emotional after that because it was his first time being in there without his dad, and he might have spoke too soon.
About what?
Retiring.
Oh.
That he needs to talk to his mom, figure some things out.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like maybe he does retire, but I don't think that was. If you're gonna take what he's saying, like literally right after he wins, or even just that night, during, before, after, during, whatever, you're not getting the real answer. You're getting him at 15.
Yeah.
Like. There's no telling what emotions it was. Again, especially if that's the first match you said without his dad.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't imagine.
And you got to think, like, there's, like, fathers, and I'm real close with my dad, but, like, they had that type of relationship as in, like, trainer, coach, mentor, role model, father, everything to him.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But, I wish
I can't
that.
imagine.
But now it opens up the lightweight division. I'm pretty pumped up for the lightweight division.
What do you mean?
So Khabib's so dominant, man.
Yeah.
Everyone was just kind of fighting to see who could take him on, and then it's just kind of a boring fight. Conor made it the most entertaining fight.
Yeah.
Because Conor kept, like, he got up a few times, and when they were on their feet, there was some fireworks. You thought he might catch him with something. He had him hurt. He had him up against the cage. He won a round.
Yeah.
So 2 judges had Justin win in the first round, which was real close. But out of that, the only 2 rounds that Khabib's ever lost, like, unanimously with the judges is Justin and Conor, a round apiece in 30 fights. Anyways. But now you've got Dustin Poirier, who I believe is ranked, like, maybe 1 behind Justin. But he's beat Justin in the past. So, according to UFC math, you put Dustin ahead of him. Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, who just came over from Bellator, who's a Tennessee boy, and Conor McGregor. Now all lining up to go after this belt that, if Khabib's retired, should be open.
Dang.
Conor and Dustin fight in January. So now Justin's already beat Tony. Dustin's beat Justin. So there's people eliminated. Chandler hadn't even had a UFC fight yet. And Conor's beat Dustin. So in theory, Conor is your number one guy, but he's ranked the lowest because he hasn't fought in a while.
Yeah.
So the championship fight for the interim belt should be Dustin versus Conor in January.
That'd
It won't be, but it should be. And if Trump wins, crowds will be back. If crowds are back, I'm going to Vegas.
We're going together. We're gonna have to plan that.
I am super excited to see Conor McGregor fight again. I love me some
That'd be
Conor
amazing.
McGregor. Yeah, I was hoping it would be Conor versus Khabib again because I think Conor can beat him.
From what you just said, yeah. I mean, like, I think when you have big fights like that, I feel like it should at least be a best 2 out of 3 of like a full fight night.
Yeah,
Like, there's something about being able to have a good fight one off, but there's also something about like taking that one off, but then having to win 2 in a row.
if the Conor Khabib fight would have been 3 rounds instead of 5, it would have been a split decision, and I don't know if Khabib or Conor, I don't know who would have won.
Yeah.
So like,
And if Conor is told, like, oh, yeah, you're fighting Khabib again, it's going to be a different Conor. Like, if I remember correctly, Conor went into that match super cocky.
I mean, he threw a dolly at the
Exactly.
bus.
Like,
They were both very emotional.
yeah. But I feel like, if anything, there's a level of underlying respect at this point.
Yeah, there is now. It'd be more sportsmanship. It'd be a better fight this go around.
Yeah, because, I mean, even just with Conor coming back, he was super, like, toned down.
Yeah.
So him fighting Khabib again would be at least very interesting.
Yeah, so that'd be fun. And what else is going on in the world? I feel
Literally
like
nothing.
we've got Halloween's tomorrow.
What's it matter?
We'll do
It's
it.
2020.
Marcus, bro, so I gotta go do that.
Yeah.
He's got a White Ranger outfit.
Yeah?
He's got 2 Red Ranger outfits.
He just gave me a nod. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know which one we're going with, but we got plenty of them.
Which one are you going to do?
He wore his Hey, come here. Which Power Ranger are you going to be?
The white one.
The white. Who's the white one?
And me.
I know, but what's his name?
Tommy Oliver.
My
Yes.
dude. That's right. So he's big into Power Rangers right now, and I'm fired up. It's gotten me fired up because Power Rangers coming back.
Yeah.
Jason David Frank's always around.
I
Jason just came back to the Beast Morphers. Did you know this?
No.
Yes.
Jeez.
The Red Ranger came back and led battle
crazy.
in the Beast Morphers new season on Netflix.
Mandalorian came back, so that's what I've been on.
It comes out tonight, right?
Well, it came out last night. I was so tired from us setting up today
Yeah.
that I literally I usually would skip a recap, but I was just like, I literally haven't watched it in a year. Give me the quick recap. It can't hurt. It's
Yeah.
Disney Plus. They're not gonna waste my time, really. I didn't even get it through the recap.
Oh, the
I just
recap from the first
passed out.
season?
Yeah, I passed out.
Yeah, I'm fired up
So,
about that.
I'm excited. From when I saw from trailers and people talking about it today, it's pretty good.
I've got to get Disney Plus, I guess, for this month.
Yep.
So I can knock it out.
Well, I would actually probably wait. Maybe get in December. Then you can watch it then.
Why?
Because it's probably going to be like another 8-episode season.
Oh, so I need to wait. You're right.
Yeah.
I need to wait till it all. You're smart man.
I know.
You're a smart man. You're smarter than you get credit for. All right.
Listen, that's what you do when you're poor.
I feel it. But listen, I feel you. Been there.
All right. Well, I didn't expect it to go an hour.
I did. I was bored.
Fair enough.
Literally, the only thing that I have going for me when I get home is, so Tia had yesterday off, so she cleaned the house, but she put all of she didn't do all the clothes. She did them, but she threw them on the bed, and organized our closet. So she fixed every room up nice except for our room. And I was like, did you just like leave all this here and plan on me doing this? She was like, yep. And I was like, that's what I figured. You want to talk? What do you want to talk about? You got. I told you could do the last couple minutes. So come here. All right. So the last couple minutes will be Marcus talking what he wants to talk about, making his third appearance on the show. What you got, bro? Who's going to win the president? Is it going to be Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
I don't know.
That's a fair answer. I respect that.
When Tommy was the Green Ranger when he lost his green powers and then he turned into the White Ranger one, then he turned into his white powers.
Yeah, that's correct. That's right.
Nice.
So you think Donald Trump's going to win the president?
No.
What? Get out of here, you Biden supporter.
Hey!
And then Jordan was doing the Alpha Race.
Yeah.
And then they shot the White Ranger, and then there's Tommy inside the White Ranger, and then he attacked the monster.
Right. All right, dude. So tell everybody bye. Here, put the hat on. Here, do this.
Bye-bye.
Don't put the hat on. Oh my gosh, it's so huge.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. We'll know who the president is by
No, we
next
won't.
week.
No, we won't.
Well, hopefully we do.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we do.
If not, I'm just gonna change the background to just burning.
That'll work. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
See you, dude.
Bye.